Pirates, how are you? It's Jesse Lipscomb.
And Chris Cromwell coming at you.
I know you guys have probably been waiting for a lot of information, and we're here to give it to you. So we're going to jump right into it. This video is going to have a lot of info, and we're going to give it to you as best as we possibly can so you guys are on the same page that we are.
We've had to make a lot of notes. There's a ton that we have to cover today. There are obviously some new developments in the world of GoldHunt, and we want to break everything down for you so that you're in the know as much as you possibly can be at this time. And anyone who's been here from round one, you know that GoldHunt has had its share of problems, but we're stepping up to the plate, and everything that you need to know will be included in this video, so watch right through the end. Please make sure you take your time to leave a comment. We can use all the positivity.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now. I mean, and those who know me know that I really do take pride in working with companies that understand honesty and care about the people. And that's why I'm sitting here right now with my good friend Chris to tell you what you need to know. Chris, I'll let you start.
Sure. Our biggest goal today is to be transparent and to let you know what's going on. Over the last 2 days, we've only posted once a day. And you guys know from our videos that we don't.
No, we post a lot.
We post a lot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the biggest thing that you need to know right now is that, unfortunately, and I say this with such a heavy heart, like I really mean it, we have evidence to show that there has been a compromised hunt in both Calgary and in Edmonton.
That's right. So if you guys know, in the terms and conditions, Section 3 specifically talks about this, and this is the violation rule that we're discussing. And as much as we want to be able to just lay everything out, we're unfortunately not able to, as the police are involved currently right now.
Stop. Just pause for 1 second. I need to be clear on this. We wanted to just come back and say this really quickly. The police are involved specifically for the DDoS attack, which is a criminal offense in Canada. And I just wanted to make that distinction. It's not related to the violation of our terms and conditions, but I'll let me and Jesse carry on.
We are only at liberty to say a couple of things, but we want you to know that for sure, both Edmonton and Calgary's hunts have been compromised, and that compromise happens as a result of an infraction in Section 3 of the Terms and Conditions.
Yeah. So with that being said, Jesse indicated that the police are involved. This is a really huge move that GoldHunt had to make, a really hard decision.
Absolutely.
We've really been left with no other options. It's regrettable. We are left with bewilderment and a heavy heart, because this is the last thing that GoldHunt ever wanted when we first started this company back in 2019. With that being said, there are some things that I can tell you at this point, so I just want to kind of break that down so you have an understanding of what's actually going on. The first thing is that the RCMP... Oh, wait, one more quick distinction to make. The RCMP have advised our team that we should first file a police report with our local police department, which is the Edmonton Police Service. If required, they will escalate to the RCMP. But I wanted to make that very quick distinction. We have a police report with the local Edmonton Police and not with the RCMP. Are involved. We have filed a police report. I want to touch very quickly on two things. One is that as you know, on our launch day on June the 20th at 10 a.m., we suffered a major DDoS attack. It's a malicious intent to try to overwhelm our servers with fake web traffic.
Right.
This has been logged on our side, and there's currently an ongoing investigation, and we can't really talk too much about that due to the investigation.
Right.
However, the most important thing to know is that your information is secure.
Your stuff, and we've mentioned this on post and video, but we want to reiterate that. There's nothing to worry about but your secure information.
Yeah.
So that's can be put over here.
For example, your credit card information is stored on a completely separate server independent of GoldHunt through a third party. You probably know them, they're called Stripe. They use a very high level encryption that a bank would use or that Facebook would use, and ultimately we don't actually store that information inside of our servers. So our website did receive this attack, and it has nothing to do with your personal information or anything that GoldHunt stores in its servers. So
also a great reason why you do third party things like this. This is
Yes.
exactly the reason. So know that we've thought of this well in advance, and these are reasons why. We've always had your safety as our primary concern, as well as your fun and having a fair and honest hunt, which is why this really sucks to have to do a video like this. But we do have to do one, and so we're gonna keep trucking along.
Through all of this, we are, again, doing our very best to be transparent. Due to the privacy laws in Canada, many of you may know that Canada has some of the strictest privacy laws in the world, and we are not really at liberty to discuss details about these things. And so please, if you're watching this video, we know that you have more questions, we know that you want details. Unfortunately, our entire team has been advised by our legal counsel that we are unable to answer relating to details around this event. And it's ultimately for everyone's protection and to make sure that we can do the right thing and get this done the right way.
But also know that as soon as we have them and we're able to share them,
exactly,
the second that we can, we will. So there'll be none of that. We already know that people are wondering and speculating, and I hate even reading the comments knowing that's the case. But I'll understand that we sit and think about exactly what happens, and we're also guided by our legal counsel of what we should do and what we're allowed to do,
and what our responsibility to you is.
Ultimately, that's it.
And so, anytime we have new information, you'll be the first to know, as you know. And really, I guess we'll close this section of the video off by saying that for those of you who have participated in a legitimate hunt and you've been out there, you've claimed your loot, things like that, we are going to honor the loot.
Absolutely.
At the very least.
Yes.
And we will get that to you as soon as possible for anyone who did legitimately receive a loot prize for solving the riddle first.
Absolutely. And we can see that. So there's no worries there. If you know that you got it in a legitimate way, rest assured that money, that loot, that treasure is coming to you as soon as we possibly can.
We want to go a little step further.
Yes,
so
we do.
We have two solutions, both of which include you.
They do.
Our
they
people.
do. Yes. And the first one is, it's like it want a drum roll, but I'll just get to it. We're planning a new hunt, all right, for this summer, okay? This summer. And it's not just a hunt for Edmonton, it's a hunt for Edmonton and Calgary, both of them. And here's another piece. All of your maps, all of your clue purchases, they'll be honored and transferred to the next hunt. So we're talking 2 hunts, 2 of them for the price of 1, all right? So this didn't just come, I wish we could say we're just brainiacs. We did this, so this, as it turns out, we saw the desire and urge for another hunt this year. You wanted to do this again, rinse and repeat, do it the proper way. There was advice left, right, and center, and we want you to know we hear you, and we're going to do that. So we will do another hunt in both cities. All of your maps, your clues, they'll be honored. You're getting 2 for the price of 1, and it's happening this summer.
And another thing, I'll add to what Jesse said. Not only that, but we're also going to turn the hunt back on so that you can at least finish what you've started.
That's right.
So many people.
Yes, they've been asking, can we please just keep playing? Can we play the game? We've enjoyed it. We didn't think for sure we'd win the 50K. We wanted to play, and we know you wanted to play, and for that reason, we will be turning the hunt back on for you to do that.
So stay tuned for that.
Yep.
We will be turning the riddles back on. You'll be able to submit answers. And then, I mean, ultimately, we're listening.
Yep.
We hear you. And every comment that you post on these videos helps us to become a better company and helps our organization to be the best that we can be in the most transparent and honest way possible.
So thank you for the comments, and I mean all of them. And I know some people are in their feelings and they comment certain ways. Again, thank you as well, because that lets us know how this hunt makes a person feel, right? And those of you who are really excited and standing behind us, again, thank you. Everyone who takes the time out to type, everyone who took the time out to buy a map, to buy a bonus clue, to tell their friends, to be excited, to post a selfie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is what we do. We do this for you, and that's why we're doing this right now.
And this is like a perfect segue to talk about, why GoldHunt ultimately was created. And a lot of you watching this video, you've never heard this side of the story before. Jesse's very new to the team, and he's been a great addition, if I must say so myself. I mean, drop some love for Jesse, but realistically, this company...
I resemble that comment.
Yes, you do. This company was started at a table with 3 friends who have a passion for gold and silver. When we first started putting these pieces together for GoldHunt, it was designed as a marketing vehicle that we could help to spread the word about an education company that was teaching people about the long-term value of gold and silver as an investment. And we were very inspired by the story of Forrest Fenn. At about the same time, a lot of you in Alberta will know that there was a woman who was selling her multi-million-dollar mansion by doing a story contest, and you submit a story for $25. And it was at about the same time that we heard about Forrest Fenn and this woman who had her story, and we said, hey, could we actually do this? Now, little to our knowledge at the time, could we ever have possibly been prepared for what happened next? this company and you have given life to something that we could have never dreamed to be so amazing. And it's humbling to be there from the beginning and to see what it's turned into. And it really it's come alive.
Yeah.
Because of you. And GoldHunt has become something that we could have never dreamed possible. And so, at the beginning it was, let's do a fun treasure hunt. Let's bury some treasure. Not very realistic in retrospect.
And maybe we didn't think it through all the way, but you did it.
It was a romantic idea, and we wanted to create something fun and adventurous for people. And now that thousands and thousands of people have come to participate in GoldHunts, we're now faced with new problems and new challenges. As you know, we have so many security protocols in place to make sure that only certain people know what the riddles are. There's only 2 people that have ever seen the riddles, ever. Our social media team doesn't have it, I don't have it, Jesse doesn't have it. And we have major tech investments and initiatives that are way bigger than what we're used to working with. We also have tens of thousands of people that we're now accountable to, that we're responsible for, that we have an obligation to. And so this has evolved a lot. And anyone who's been here since round 1, you know what I'm talking about. This is not the OG GoldHunt where we bury some treasure and you go find it, and everyone pools into one area. We've had to really be responsible to ourselves and to you.
And to the changing world that's happening all the time, right? And always moving.
Exactly.
And I can tell you from an outsider, watching it from afar and then jumping in it, it's really amazing, because when you look at it on the outside and you see Pepper Boot, and it's just, here's Pepper Boot coming at you. Oh shit, I gotta get your Pepper Boot down. It's Pepper Boot, I'm here, pirates. It was better, that was closer. Okay.
It was closer.
It was closer. I know it needs work. I've never tried it publicly. But when you see that, it's just like fun, everyone's having a great time, and that's exactly what we want it to look like. Then I looked at the backside of this and what it takes to put these together, and the amount of care, and not just care, you see the amount of comments, every one of these are read, and almost every one of them are discussed. Like, we sit around the table talking about this, making sure that this is what we intended. There's this thing called intent versus impact, and the intent's always been this idea of a fun, fair hunt. And then we look instant feedback from you guys. What is the impact? How do we shift and make it still true to what the intent was? And I watch this other thing, which is the real hunt, this living, breathing thing that is you guys, right? And it's got its own life. It's got its own attitude problems. It's got its own super fans, but it's like a real person that goes through moods and changes, and you have to care about it like a person. And that's why I love being a part of this. We care. I care about what it was and what it currently is, and even more importantly, what it's going to be.
And it's such a strong point, because I can honestly and genuinely say from the bottom of my pirate heart that everything that we do is to make your experience better. It has always been that way. And as you know, GoldHunt has had its fair share of problems, but realistically, in order to solve those problems, you have to recognize that we've done the best that we can with our limited perspective and experience. And you, as a hunter, have such a unique lens through which to view this.
Yeah.
Because you're experiencing it, right? We're trying to manage it and host it, but you're in it, you're doing it. So,
and here's the thing, though, people always say this. They're like, we hear you, we see you,
yeah.
Right? And this next thing we're about to talk about is exactly why I love the GoldHunt. Yes, we hear you, we see you, we read your comments. Let's take that another step.
We need to.
We need to take it another step.
And so it's the next step for GoldHunt.
It's the only way it can be the people's hunt like it's supposed to be,
yeah.
Right? And so what we're going to do is we're going to create a Facebook forum, a Facebook page, where we're inviting all of you who've done the hunt, who've loved the hunt, who feel they have ideas for the hunt to be better. Maybe you've never done the hunt and you have some cool things that you want to. This is for you to come and discuss with us, so we can create the hunt that you want, the hunt that you need, the hunt that you feel you deserve. Whatever the case is, bring those ideas, bring them with an open heart. We'll have open hearts and open ears, and understand we're humans talking to humans, trying to make this living, breathing, amazing thing that you guys created even better. I'm so excited to hear your ideas. I'm so excited to watch you go through this practice hunt as we start to create a brand new hunt this summer for you guys in Edmonton and in Calgary. I'm so happy to hand out the actual treasures to the people who earn them in a real honest way. I'm so happy that we had the courage to do the right thing to protect the hunt for the people who want to play. As stressful as this was, I couldn't be prouder of the company. I couldn't be prouder of the people who stood up for the hunt. And I can't be prouder for what I know we're going to do. I'm more invested now than I ever have been.
And it's super heartwarming because we're getting so many amazing positive comments. And I know we have some lovers out there. I know that we're
Lovers?
also receiving, really though,
Wow,
like
wow.
you are. The emails we're receiving are incredible, and we can't thank you enough with mere words and email responses.
I haven't gotten it.
I'll forward you one.
Okay, thank you.
So, I know also, and this is fair. I mean, you can see this publicly. There's a lot of people who have criticisms about how we operate our company, and I'm inviting both groups to step up to the plate.
Yes.
This is everything that we do is for you, and so why shouldn't you have a voice in how we run this thing?
The criticisms, I have to say, and this is someone who's had his fair share of them in many different endeavors in the city, and as much as it pains me to say this, they've been so helpful to me.
Yeah.
So helpful. Once I got out of the way of my feelings,
100%.
right? Because I was trying. My intent wasn't what the impact was, so I was mad you didn't get it. But then I'm like, why didn't you? And I could just reform, change, pivot, and I feel like I've gotten better as a human. I can tell this company's gotten better as a company. So we welcome it. We want it. We need it.
Big time. Huge. I mean, for anyone who's got criticisms or who has better ideas about how we can run this thing, I mean, step up to the plate.
Now, we're not asking you to come run it now. Let's be clear.
Well,
here.
gently, of course.
But just, absolutely,
We'll put a link, probably below this video or above this video somewhere, but we'll put a link where you can join our forum.
That's right.
It's I want to say it's like a Senate or a democratic society of people who can all share their voices and be heard.
Yeah, it's like the town hall. It's better than the town hall because we're going to listen.
Yeah.
We're not just going to do it for show.
It is, and our job is to listen as a company, and your job is to, let us know how you feel, what you think, and give us your amazing ideas. Like you have like I said, a different experience than we do, and so we think you can add a lot of value to what GoldHunt's doing and make it a better.
I'm going to add one more piece on that. Our job is to listen. Our job is to listen. And then act. And that is the key here. So I don't. This isn't just a hot air talking out of the side of our neck.
We're not just going to go vent. We want to use.
I want to use these ideas, right? So and I say that to people who wonder, should I even go through the effort of posting? Put some effort in if you want to. We really will listen, and we appreciate you in advance. We thank you, and again, I think we can only do this a million times, but I'll just do a few more. Thank you for sticking with us, for watching this video, for welcoming me to the team, and for keeping the GoldHunt dream alive. It is really something special, and I can't wait to see what it turns into moving forward.
I'm same sentiment. I'm beyond grateful. I don't even have words to convey how much appreciation I have for every single one of you who have been with us from either day one, round 2, or round 3 here, and you're just joining us. This company and everything that we do is to make your experience better, and so I hope you'll stick with us. I look forward to seeing you solve this past hunt that we just finished. Mm-hmm. I look forward to seeing you at the next hunt, and I'm excited to give away some treasure. I mean, that's...
All right, well, listen, we got to get back to it again. So let me tell you, this Salty Toe Barnacle Breaker is so pumped if you made it all the way to the end of this video. And if you did make it to the end of this video, there's a special keyword that I want you to hashtag, and it's called dodecahedron pineapple bunches.
Drop the hashtag in the comments. Pepper Boot and Salty Toe taking off. We'll see you guys in the next video.